Alright, so be sure to let us know which one you guys like better.
You're like the eye doctor. 1 or 2?
Or 2. What are you doing in here?
Well, I've been working to clear the area because I think that since it's a rainy day today, we can put up that wallpaper over here.
Yes, it is really raining today, so it's not even a good day to drive anywhere.
No,
And
it's
certainly
coming down.
Yeah, 6 to 8 inches supposed to get in 24 hours.
I
No.
think we've already gotten 1.5 inches.
Yeah, it's coming
At
down
least.
like monsoon. Can you imagine if we got this much rain in Otter Creek?
Oh no, because the ground doesn't soak it up like it does here.
No. In fact, that creek might be flooding.
Yep, it gets sloshy.
Very sloshy, and it stays that way for a good 5 days, 7 days sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's messy. So it's nice to be on a hill where all the water runs downhill to the lake and gets out of our yard within a day.
Yep, and it's a good opportunity to do a project indoors.
Yes, and we do have several indoor projects. We've been kind of putting this one off because it's just kind of tedious and not really fun to do, but we do like the results of it. So what are we doing today?
That wallpaper.
Oh, the mural. Yes, you said that, didn't you?
I did, but you weren't really listening. And here is the proof that he doesn't listen. But I cleared all my parfum and moisturizers off the dresser, so now we have to move this furniture out of the way.
Yeah.
And then we have to wipe the wall down. And we also have to fix where there's been little screws in the wallpaper to make sure the wallpaper isn't sticking out like up there.
Yeah.
So a little bit of prep work.
So we'll have to get rid of the tears there so it doesn't leave a bump.
And then we have to remeasure the wall because the wallpaper is too big for the wall. So we'll have to decide what part of the picture we want to cut out to make it fit.
Yeah, and we're not sure what's going on here, but there's a screw up there that needs to come out. So we need to do a little bit of prep work.
Here's my big question right here is how did they get wallpaper up in there?
Behind that beam there.
Yeah. Did they put the wallpaper on first and then hang the drywall?
I don't know. That's going to be tricky to do.
I don't even know why you would bother, to be honest.
I'm not sure how we're going to do that.
You'd probably just cut it a little bit and then tuck it up in there, but I don't think the whole thing. I mean, you could probably work it up in there if you had a ruler or something or even this thing.
Yeah.
It can work it up in there, I guess.
I think that's going to be the first corner we work from too, so.
I think that's going to be the biggest little.
I think that's going to be the hardest challenge.
Hiccup here because it's a pretty straight wall.
Yeah.
We got to pop off the bottom. What do you call that?
Oh, another quarter round.
Yes. That's the magic word I was looking for. So we got to pop that off. And we got to pop off.
There's a door stop here.
The little door stop. But other than that, it's a pretty good straight wall.
Yeah, it's good and flat and it's not real big.
The biggest challenge besides that corner is going to be the measurement and cutting the picture to the size we need.
Yeah, because they're too big, aren't they?
They are. They're just a little bit. It was either too small or too big, and you can't use too small. So
yeah,
that was the challenge and why it took so long. I was hoping I could find something where you could type in and customize the size, which I'm surprised there isn't that. Mm-hmm. Maybe by now there is. Hopefully there is, because it's a real pain in the tail to have to figure it out yourself.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing today.
Are you excited?
Well, I'm excited to get it over with. This isn't a fun job. Although it turned out well last time we did it in the bathroom, it's just not a fun job.
Because we've had these rolls for over a month now, and it's been getting put off and put off.
And we keep the cabin kind of cool, like 65 degrees, and we had to warm this room up a little bit for the tape so it doesn't curl up and doesn't want to stick. I think it's 68 degrees in here.
Well, right now they're all in big rolls because it comes in panels, and I think there's 6 panels.
Oh.
So I have them all cut, individual, ready to go, but they're round up in rolls. So
Okay. Well, let's take
let's
a look
get
at
this
them.
party started.
Let's get it going.
Whoop whoop! Is my side out enough? Okay.
So the mirror's not attached, so we're going to lift that up. And we'll just lay it down on the bed.
I wonder if I'll find any treasures underneath here.
Yeah,
Did I lose anything?
I don't know.
Some gold necklaces?
I see a plug.
Some plugs and dust.
Yeah. You can see there's a plug down there.
I'm going to get these out of the way. And then I'm going to sweep this area, get a rag and wipe the wall down.
Yeah, so there's a lot of plugs in the cabin, and most of them are not in the wall, they're in the floor.
More of my hair.
But this is an exterior wall too, so you can't really put electric, plumbing, or anything in the logs, the exterior walls, so they end up doing it in the floor. Which is another quirk about a log home, an older log home in particular. But we don't mind.
All right. Now I can see where all my hair is gone.
Yeah. While you're sweeping that up, I'm going to go out to the garage and get the step ladder. I think we're going to need it.
I think you're right. Oh, do you need that little crowbar or whatever to take off the quarter round?
I can grab it. Yeah. Took the quarter round off, we on the floor, and we're going to go back over the wall again with some soapy water. And I took the door stop off as well, and now the door doesn't want to stay open. This is a strange door stop. You ever seen one like that? It's magnetic, and it has a spring in it. It's weird. I've never seen one like it. But this comes apart, and then you put 2 screws in it, and you just screw it into the wall, so we can put it back on afterwards. But it does hold the door open, because the door wants to close. Which tells me the jamb is either not level or the house is not level. Let's hope it's the door jamb that's not level.
The bathroom door's the same way, by the way. So.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably why they put those in.
I think mainly you just have to get the dust off so it'll stick. Any marks, I don't think you really have to mess with. There are some spots where some holes were put in it, like they put nails in it and they pulled them out, and it has pulled the paper, and so it leaves an uneven surface on the outside. And so we have to get some of those. Usually you can just push them back in the hole. We got to get those uneven surfaces even, or it will leave a little dimple, or maybe even an air pocket. It's not too bad though. There's not too many to do. What do you think of this wallpaper?
I think it's ugly.
Okay, what we decided to do is we got our measurements. The height's 101 inches and a half tall, 123 inches long. That's the dimensions of the wall. So that needs to be the minimum dimensions of the wallpaper.
The wallpaper came 135 by 106, so it's fairly close.
Yeah.
But
so there'll be some cutting involved,
No
which is
cigar.
always fun. So what we did is we moved our love seat back out of the way so that we had enough floor space here to lay it out. We last time we did it upstairs, but that's upstairs and it's carpet, and so it's a little more difficult to uncurl the paper. But here's all the papers, and she's gone over them, and
There's 7 panels. I thought there were 6.
yeah, there's 7 panels in all, and she's got them numbered from 1 to 7, left to right. And what we have to do is lay them out, and then figure out dimensions. Remember too, the panels overlap just slightly,
Right.
so that can throw off your width dimension.
So you'll have to figure out then how much to leave in.
Yeah. We'll probably end up just be shaving that last panel. We're not looking, unless the main part of the picture is way off left and right. I think we'll just be shaving the last panel like we did in the bathroom.
Oh, let's.
Now, if it's way off, like by a few feet, then we might have to take some off the first panel and the last panel.
Now here's what the picture looks like.
Okay.
So you might
I think you could shave either edge of that and it would still look fine.
maybe a little off each side.
Well, let's see. I'm trying not to do that because you're talking about 2 long cuts that you have to get perfectly straight, which is really hard to do.
It's going to be a total of about 12 inches,
I think you can just take 12 inches off.
maybe 10 inches so that you can keep a little bit for the overlap.
Because the main mountain scene looks to be left of center just slightly, we can take those inches all off the right panel, the last panel, and I think it'll center the picture. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens here when we lay
You
these
know
out.
how stuff works out. Sometimes things have a mind of their own.
That's why it's do it yourself. Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C if needed.
There's no refund for a bad job.
That's right. Once you cut it, you own it. I think we're going to have to cut this corner off because it's, even without taking the backing off, it's curling up back there and it's not letting me get all the way to the seam. Go behind the beam without curling up so bad. There we go. Okay, we're ready to cut the next piece.
Panel number 2.
Whew, I hope it's better than panel number 1.
It will be. All in all, panel number 1 didn't go so bad. It's just the first part of it.
Yeah. It was challenging, but this one should be easier because it doesn't matter now what the wallpaper's doing. We're running this off of this. So we're basing it off of this. So even if this is a little bit crooked, you still base it off of this. So there's going to be just the tiniest of overlaps, like 1/8 of an inch. Maybe even not even. Like a 1/16 of an inch, which is about as small as you can do by eye, right? So you're going to hold it off at the very bottom, or at least 4 to 6 inches off the bottom, about a 1/16 overlap, and you're going to hold it there. And we're going to pull taut so that there's pretty straight. I know it wants to curl, but we're going to pull it, and then I have to line it up on the ceiling. And we have to work our way down because wherever the end ends, it ends at the bottom.
So do I need to get that started?
So yeah, we got to get this started. So the whole thing is we go from top to bottom and left to right based on the panel before it. It doesn't matter what the bottom does, and it doesn't matter where the right line falls. You might have to just sit on the floor down there. It might be the easiest thing to do. Do I need to back the ladder up out of your way a little bit?
It'll be fine.
I can. I can leave it before I go up it. Hold on. My hand does a pretty good job. Plus I can feel it, the bumps. And you can hear the air bubbles, you can hear them.
Lucky number 3.
All right. Turn this sideways, I think. All right, come on.
Where you need me, boss?
I need you to peel, baby. You're the boss of this applesauce.
I haven't had applesauce in forever.
It's good on a biscuit.
Really? I've never had applesauce on a biscuit.
Oh yeah. Even warm applesauce is not biscuits.
Really?
Like just made applesauce?
Is that a Virginia thing?
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I butter my biscuits. I'll gravy my biscuits. I need a little room.
Should be good enough to start. And then I think if you just grab it like 2/3 of the way down, then give me the overlap. Alright, what you looking like?
Okay.
You think that's gonna work?
I don't know.
Not either. We'll try it. That's the only way we'll know, right?
Listen.
Well, I can see that overlap is disappearing quickly. So come down here and see where it's at. Yeah, we're going to be losing it. Alright. Go back to the top. That right side's too high anyway. I think it needs to come down. What do you think? Is it coming along? Got a little more overlap on that panel, but that's okay because we're going to be cutting some off the end, and the matchup is really hard to see. If you get too much overlap, then your background doesn't line up, which I can see a little bit there on that tree, but that's really hard to see. The grass, it's okay. The fence a little bit, but really hard to see. I'm not going to redo that. That's fine, that works. Next piece. That one came out better. Actually, the overlap was about perfect. I think we're getting better at it. That means we must be almost finished. All right, number 5.
You're more than halfway done now.
Well, I think we're more than halfway done.
That's what I said. Aren't you glad I rehired you to finish the job?
I don't know. How much does it pay?
Paid in thank yous and love.
Well then, yeah, of course. It's always worth it. All right.
Guess I'm gonna need to move my Wonder Woman pajamas.
Really?
Just when I rehired. The performance went down the toilet. You're fired again.
Went on okay too.
Then you're rehired.
Yay!
Panel number 6.
We're almost there.
Getting closer and closer. Better re-angle the camera.
Yeah, so in the other room, and we'll show this coming up, I guess we'll do a clip, but we're cutting on a table with scissors and got off the floor. Like the floor was curling so bad that it was hard to get it all to lay out flat. So we just ended up doing one panel at a time and just cutting the edges and then measuring on the floor. We measure on the floor and get it nice and flat, and then we cut the bottom off. Then we take it to a table, and then we just, with scissors, we cut the end off down to the right height. So that's how we're doing it in there. And we can show that on our next segment.
And so far we almost have 2 inches of rain. It's still raining.
It's still raining. That's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
If we were just a little bit colder, like 10 degrees, it'd all be snow.
Oh boy.
So be glad, I guess, that we're a little warmer.
There's some places where the streets are going to be flooded.
Yeah. That's not going to be fun. So this other piece we're going to have to cut long ways, which we haven't had to cut one long ways. It's just, when you have a straight edge that's about 18 inches long and you got to go 9 feet, it's not fun. And we have a little...
Yeah.
Let's see if it's even at least. The bottom.
Don't get carried away.
Let's go 9 inches at the bottom. Hopefully it's that right around here. 9 is right on the seam here. It's under 9 up here. So if we go 9, we're okay. Alright, so here's what we do when we come in here to cut. This one's going to be a little longer, a little trickier. There's a big table outside last year, well, earlier this year when we did the bathroom, that we used to cut with a razor, and we had a long straight edge. Not sure how we're going to do it this time. We're going to see what's going on first. First we'll get the length. So what we do is we measure it out on the floor. Trying to get this camera somewhere where you'd be able to see it.
Oh, I haven't cut off the top piece yet.
Okay.
Do that real quick.
Okay, so what she does first is cut off the top, the white margin. And so, yeah, this would be easier. One, if the paper didn't curl up on you, and two, if you had a long straight edge way to cut. But I mean, it works. It's just, you gotta take your time and watch your fingers.
Nothing but time.
So we're just barely cutting into the field of blue, so there's no white trim at the top.
Okay,
You got it.
thank you. All right, now for the fun.
All right, so let me back the camera up so you can see the whole thing. All right.
This pen's for you.
I get the pin and the tape, and she gets the other end of the tape. And then we walk it out.
Let's do magic.
Oof, had to do it on down.
Check your skills.
Go towards you some more.
And I'm just trying to unfurl it. More?
Yeah. I can get it. Okay. So here I look for 101 and 3/4 roughly. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that's the height. Now, we already know that, it's okay, let that bottom curl up. We know we gotta take some off of this. Well, we gotta cut it in half first, 9 inches. So, this is gonna be tricky. So we need 9 inches to keep on the left side. So we'll have to measure 9 inches on the back all the way down. So what we'll do is we'll bring the table out. And we'll start at one end. And we'll measure over 9 inches. And this curled up paper is really hard to mess with. Alright, so we'll lock this down because this tape measure will bite you too. We don't have all the best tools for this, but we get by. This should be our keep size.
Alright, and then we gotta do something at the corner.
Yeah, I need to retake those measurements. So
Fun, you're almost done.
let me go get measurements. Alright, so we got this little notch to cut out. So we've cut our little notch out of this corner for that post, and this is all the wide it is. But I think it's going to be harder to put up than a full-size one because of all
the curling.
the curling. So let's go see what happens.
I think you're right.
Alright, so we got the last piece here.
And now's when you want me to fire you, right?
Yes, because this piece I don't know if it's going to be easy or not. Again, we'll start at the top. So she's going to do the peeling, and we're kind of up against the wall here, so it's going to be a little bit of a...
Got my back up against the wall.
Yeah. It's going to be important here to, after we stick the top, to come down at least halfway and check the overlap and make sure we got good overlap. I'm not so worried about this corner. We'll bring the paper down below that so we don't rip the notch. And it really wants to curl down because it's so small. So, and I have to keep the ladder out of her way. And I don't have too much light up in the corner. We're gonna get it. So it's gonna be a little more cumbersome. I'm gonna stick my head all the way up in here. And you might not be able to see, but it's hard too because I'm on this twist in my back and it's really hard to stay like that.
There you think I can flip the ladder around?
Yep, I'm gonna try it.
I know one thing's for sure, you'll be glad to be done.
I'll be glad to be done.
And I'm under strict orders not to order any more wallpaper. You told me no more.
Okay, pull against me. Alright. This one took 5 or 6 tries. I don't know, I lost count. But it actually ended up looking pretty good along here. I still have to go up there and do my handwork there. I was more worried about the middle of it, bringing the middle down, because then you can squeegee the wrinkles out. But way down at the bottom, it looks a little long. So she's going to go with the knife and just cut it right there.
That's because you measured it right the first time, but you second guessed yourself.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, because you were like, that doesn't look right, but it was.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes when you second guess yourself.
But your first answer is always the right answer. Okay, I still got to go up there and do a little handwork. I can see a couple of little places to push it down. But it actually came out really good up here.
Yeah, I'm very pleased.
You can cut that.
Really?
My back hurts.
Oh. Are you going to start doing that dance? My back.
Too much bending over, halfway bending over. I'll go up there and smooth that. I see a couple spots I need to smooth out. But she's gonna get down there and cut that little edge off. And you got a 1/4 inch to play with. That 1/4 round goes in there. There you go. You made quick, easy work of that.
Want some grass?
Some people would take you up on it.
High quality.
Got a couple wrinkles there I'm going to fix up, but overall, what do you guys think? Let me back up here so you can get a good whole picture view of it. This room is small. This is a small bedroom.
Guess I should get out of the way.
But all the bedrooms here are small except up in the loft, but we didn't want the loft as our bedroom, so the small bedroom is fine.
So much better.
Oh man, it looks neat, doesn't it?
Than that mauve color. I'm almost going to be upset
That
to
we
put
have
the dresser back
in front
over
of it.
here.
I know, because I think it's going to cover up the mountain and the water. I like this picture better, I think, than the bathroom picture.
Yeah.
I just like it. I love mountains and I love lakes and rivers and streams, and I just think God's creations are amazing.
True story.
And beaches are okay, but they don't do for me like what this does. Mountains and
It's okay.
open sky.
I have a couple of my beach pictures still framed, so I'm going to hang them somewhere in this house. You don't worry.
Beaches are okay. It's just everybody loves a beach, so they're always crowded. You pay to park. I mean, it just ruins the whole experience. This, you can go here and not see any people. I think most people are attracted to the wrong things. They want to go to populated cities and party and go to beaches and have, parties on the beach. That's not my scene. This is my scene. I think this is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I'm tempted to leave this mirror off the dresser.
Oh. We may have to rethink how we decorate the room. We have thought about it, but we don't think there's a better way, but we may rethink it.
Riri?
I really like to leave this picture open.
Well, I was saying earlier, if we put this dresser over here, then you could put the night table over there, and then you could take that chest and put it
Yeah, the
over
chest
here,
could really
maybe.
go somewhere else, yeah. And then that would give us that whole wall. Plus it would give us more room, floor space coming in.
All you can do is try it, and if you don't like it,
put it back
or change it to even a different way.
And we're not moving the bed. The bed will kind of stay where it is. So
I don't know what you could do different with the bed anyway.
I know. You could put the headboard against the picture. I mean, it'll block some, but not all. But then it really blocks up your room. Like you would have no floor space in here whatsoever. You don't want to come walking in the door and you walk right into your bed, and that's what would happen.
Yeah, and if you put the bed up in the corner like that, part of it would overhang into that window.
Into the window. So the window kind of ruins things too.
To the window.
To the wall.
To the wall.
But yeah, very pretty. So let us know what you guys think. And also let us know if you like the bathroom paper better than this one. Do we need to show the bathroom paper again? Remind people to see which one they like better. Is the bathroom presentable? I think it is. All right, so here's bedroom picture. Mountain scene, river. And then we'll take a look to remind you again what the bathroom wallpaper look like.
You need to come in, shut the door.
Yeah, come in, shut the door, and get all the way in this corner.
Probably reduce your zoom.
Yeah, or this wallpaper. There's a tree scene with a little waterfall. What do you think? I like it too. I think I like the bedroom slightly better.
I think I like the location for each wallpaper.
Yeah, where it is. Yeah.
Yes, and that's purposely why I picked them that way. I like this scene in the bathroom better, and I like that scene in the bedroom better.
I agree.
But what I really think is it's coffee time, baby.
It is. This took a while to do, so whew, I'm glad it's over. Moving furniture, I don't mind doing that.
Yep, he said if I get any more wallpaper, he's throwing me out of here. So that's it. I can't buy no more.
Alright, so be sure to let us know which one you guys like better. I gotta get the quarter round put back on there.
You're like the eye doctor. One or two?
Or two. One or two?
Which one looks better? One or two?
Oh, we got eye doctor coming up too, don't we?
That's right, baby.
Friday, I think. So
let's get this
yeah, we'll get this wrapped up.
round put on and configure our furniture.
And this concludes another do-it-yourself project with the two Grangers. I'm glad you could help out with this one.
I know. I felt like I wasn't doing much at times, but...
Well, some things are for you and some things are for me, and some things take two people. This takes two people. So we have to share in it. But there's the picture. And
yay, another thing off the list.
another thing off this ever-growing list, so something else can get back on it.
I would never.
At least it goes to the bottom of the list. All
Maybe.
right, wallpapers, we're done. Let us know what you think. You guys have a great one. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.